Hey guys, I'm going to do the general reading for, I guess, August 12th to the 25th. So I'm doing the next 2 weeks instead of 1 week. Um, yeah, might not resonate for everyone. Take it with a grain of salt, just general. So yeah, we have here the Two of Pentacles on the bottom. So could have to do with money, could have to do with trying to juggle some stuff or having a lot of things going on at once. Also have the Eight of Cups in reverse on the bottom of this other deck here that I'm using. So there could be someone from the past returning back, you returning back to someone from the past, or just kind of going back somewhere, like even in your thoughts, like emotionally returning back to something. Could be visiting family, could be traveling, anything like that. So we are starting out here with the Hanged Man and the Knight of Cups. So some of you guys could be waiting on something to come in, waiting on something to start, waiting to make an offer somewhere. This does have to do with something that affects you on an emotional level or affects someone's emotions. Could be a love situation, doesn't necessarily have to be romantic or anything like that. This could just be something that you're waiting to get it going and you feel like it could fulfill you. With this Hanged Man here, this has to do with not only being in limbo and having to wait, but also needing to change your perspective, needing to look at things in a different way. So some of you guys might be needing to change your perspective when it comes to a certain love situation, just some kind of a situation that your emotions are very wrapped up in. This is something that like you're very in your emotions about it. You might have a crush on someone, you might be really excited to start some kind of a new thing, but it's not happening right now, or maybe it is happening right now, but there's something that's kind of with this Hanged Man, there's something that's kind of like keeping it stagnant. And so there's really a need to change your perspective or maybe look at things in a different way. You might be rushing into something that you're really, really into right now. And this Hanged Man could be coming in kind of to slow you down because maybe in like 3 weeks you might not want that. Something like that. And then we have here Judgment with Death and the High Priestess. So these three here together, it's really looking like there's some kind of a very big decision that some of you guys are making right now or needing to make. And it involves something that is being needed to, I don't even know if that wording makes sense. It's something that you are trying to change or transform, some kind of a transition, or maybe something you guys are trying to end or get away from. But it's something that, especially with this High Priestess here, it's something that you know needs to happen. You know deep down it needs to change. It needs to, something about it needs to be different. And like with this Judgment, it feels deep down like it feels like a big decision, a big change. It feels big. It feels important. It feels big. And it's with this High Priestess as well. This could be something that you guys, while you do know that it needs to happen, it needs to change or transform or end, whatever it may be, it's something that I feel like you might be keeping to yourself, or you might be keeping it hidden, keeping it secret, not really letting a lot of people know about it right now. But you do know deep down that it's something that you want to do. You want to change it, whatever it may be. And then we have the Fool with this damn Ten of Wands. Then we have the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So this could have to do with this thing that I said could be like a big deal to you, but maybe you're keeping it secret right now or you're not really sharing it with a lot of people. That could be what this Fool is about. This is some kind of a new beginning, something where you want to take a leap of faith, whether it's to start something new, to go back to something from the past, because there is this Eight of Cups in reverse here. So it'll be different for everyone, but this is something where you're taking a risk or you're taking a chance on it. But with this Ten of Wands, and because of this High Priestess being here, and that could play into why you're keeping it kind of on the down low right now. I'm gonna just put all of these in here. Is because you know that there's a lot that goes into this. You know that there's a lot of work that needs to go into it. You know that it's going to be very stressful. Maybe you're already stressed with it. There could be something where you're really wanting to start it, but you feel like there's just like too much that goes into it. And so that could be keeping some of you guys a little bit hesitant. Not necessarily. But there's also, because of this Seven of Wands here and the Seven of Swords, I didn't even realize 2 sevens, but because of the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords and this Ten of Wands, I feel like some of you guys are hesitant because of not wanting to take on such a big burden, and others of you could be hesitant because of not wanting to deal with other people, not because of the Seven of Wands here and the Ten of Wands, and just repeating myself, and the Seven of Swords. It could be like there could be something that you really want to do, but friends or family maybe will have things to say, and you just feel like that's such a heavy burden. You don't want to deal with whatever people have to say. You don't want to deal with the stress of it. And so maybe you're feeling like, with this Seven of Swords, feeling like you really want to avoid that. And so some of you guys could be trying to figure out, well, how do I go about this thing that I want to do without having to deal with people at my door wanting answers, people bugging me for whatever. So yeah, that's what I feel like the Seven of Swords is. It could be someone trying to deceive you, cheat on you, all that kind of typical Seven of Swords stuff. But I really feel like this is just not wanting to deal with people and their opinions or whatever kind of barriers they might want to put up for you, because of this Ten of Wands. Like, you have this new opportunity that you really want to go for, but there's just it feels heavy. It feels like for some reason there's something stopping you, and I really feel like that has to do with other people, what they have to say, other people trying to stop you maybe. This could also have to do with, for another group of you, wanting to start something new but going into it with all of your baggage still. And people could be saying like, well, why are you doing that? You're not ready for that. And you're just kind of like, well, screw you. I'm just gonna avoid that and try to go forward anyways. So it'll be different for everyone. But there is some kind of a new beginning here. And maybe you just want to avoid people when it comes to this new beginning. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm going to move on over here now to where we have this Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay. And then underneath it is the Three of Pentacles. So some of you guys could be returning back to a past situation for work reasons, or because you want to attempt to build something, or you want to attempt to collaborate, or maybe you have to return back to a past situation because you have to start something up. Maybe you have to work with someone that you were involved with in the past. We do have the Magician, so this also has to do with, and then the Lovers in reverse. Lovers in reverse. So maybe you're having to work with someone that maybe you weren't on the best of terms with before. Or maybe it's someone that you really want to avoid. Or you might be having to return back to something and you just want to focus on your work, with the Three of Pentacles and the Magician there, just wanting to focus on your work. But we have these emotions returning. We have this past situation returning that does involve this Lovers in reverse. So it's something that's just not really working for you, or a relationship that's not really on the best of terms. And then we have here the Ace of Cups with the Five of Cups. Don't want to say the wrong card. Four of Cups. So here's this new beginning again. I kind of feel like this plays into the Fool here. Here's this new beginning with this Ace of Cups, but like we also have this Five of Cups here and this Four of Cups. And so I guess it could be yourselves that are holding you back from this new beginning, or this whatever is starting for you, that with the Ace of Cups has the potential to fulfill you on an emotional level, to make you happy in some sense. But yeah, with this Five of Cups and this Four of Cups, it looks like some of you guys might be kind of stuck in some like depression or sadness, or focusing on what didn't work out from the past. And that's like what you could be returning back to, like maybe returning back to thinking about when things did work out with this past situation that is just not working out anymore. And so I'm not gonna keep holding those up. Feeling like maybe you could make it work again, because Magician and the Three of Pentacles are upright. This Ace of Cups is upright. But yeah, being really really hung up on what didn't work out, or what kind of disappointment might have happened, some kind of upset, some kind of loss that you guys may have experienced, heartbreak, whatever it may be. And it's kind of just like sitting there and staying with that, staying in those feelings. And it's kind of like if any offers are coming in, you might not be interested because it's not the offer that you want. It might not be the offer you want, so you might be, that could be why this Hanged Man is here. This Hanged Man with this Knight of Cups, that could be why there's this hesitation, or waiting, because maybe you're waiting for that perfect offer to come in, maybe you're waiting for a past situation to turn around, and yeah, some disappointment there, and not really liking the offers that are coming, waiting for that perfect offer to come. But then we have here the Eight of Swords in reverse, with the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles. So even though it's like you're sitting, even though some of you guys are sitting there waiting for a certain opportunity to come in, or you're just really hung up on something that didn't work out, you might not be waiting for any opportunity to come back around, but you just might still be kind of stuck in not so great emotions about something that let you down in the past or hurt you. But with the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse, you are freeing yourself, or you're trying to free yourself from whatever had you stuck in your head, from whatever had you trapped, either mentally or physically, whatever kind of had you stuck. You guys are freeing yourself from that. And with the Two of Swords in reverse, you are seeing things clearly. You are seeing things clearly, especially when it comes to like freeing yourself. But then with this Four of Pentacles, it's like you're still holding on. This could have to holding on to your money, your finances, trying to save up. It could have to do with really anything that you're holding on to, or holding close to your heart, holding close in any way, holding on to in any way. You're freeing yourself, but you're still disappointed and you're still holding on to it. You could be freeing yourself and saving up your money, but I'll move these cards over. So freeing yourself, seeing something clearly, but still holding on, because then we have the Empress, Strength reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. And so it kind of feels like you're still holding on to whatever the situation is, because with this Empress here, you feel like it can pick up. You feel like there's still room to grow. You can still build. You did have the Three of Pentacles and the Magician both upright. So you do feel like there's a lot of potential to still build on this thing, whatever it may be. This could also have to do with a mother figure, or something to do with like fertility, pregnancy, depending on your situation, if that's what you're looking for. Even if you're not looking to get pregnant, that could be something to look out for, I guess. That could definitely be something to look out for. But the Empress is upright, so I feel like you do see this turning back around. You do see potential with growing somewhere, building somewhere. Even if it is with this new situation, seeing potential in being able to grow and build in a new situation, but being possibly holding yourself back in this past disappointment. So then we have Strength in reverse with the Hierophant in reverse. And so this makes me feel, this feels like pretty straightforward, avoiding commitments possibly. This could have to do with a lack of commitment making you guys feel weak. Maybe you don't feel like your best self right now, possibly for some of you. But my first feeling with this is avoiding commitments, avoiding the things that we said we would do, avoiding, like, maybe you said you would go do, I don't know, maybe you said that you'd meditate every single day, but you're not feeling up to it. Maybe you said you'd do some kind of a program days. There's just some kind of a commitment that you are avoiding, or someone's avoiding it, and maybe you're not feeling it right now, especially if you're in your emotions about something that didn't go the way you want it to, and you're just not feeling up to it. I know I told you I would do that thing, but I'm just not feeling up to it right now. Something like that. That's how I feel about this. But of course, for some of you, this could have to do with like a lack of commitment, broken marriages. Maybe some of you guys are getting a divorce, and maybe you're not really feeling your best because of a commitment that's not really what you want it to be. But with Strength in reverse, this does have to do with something that we are avoiding. I feel like it's avoiding commitments. I know that resonates for me, definitely. So, yeah, I think some of us are avoiding things that we promise we'd do, but maybe we're just not feeling it right now. So then here we have the World in reverse, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands again in a different deck. So with the world in reverse, this could be talking about something where we know that there's some kind of a completion that needs to take place, but or there's something that needs to happen, but we're avoiding closing out a certain situation. But with the World in reverse, this also has to do with something that we are doing that I want to say it won't be as good as we think it would be. And I'm going to repeat again, that could be why this Hanged Man is there on the Knight of Cups, because right now we're into it. Right now we want it. Right now we're attracted to that person. We want to go on dates. But this Hanged Man is there because the world is in reverse here, saying that in a month you're not going to be attracted to them. In a month you're not going to enjoy that. It's not going to be as good as you think it is. So when the world is in reverse, you always have to be careful about the big decisions that you're making, especially with Judgment here. So having to be careful about the big decisions that we're making, because we might be closing things out that we want to. Eight of Cups in reverse. You might be closing something out that you might want to return to later. Someone could be doing this to you. There could also be, because of Strength in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse, there could be like loose ends that we need to tie up that maybe we're avoiding. It'll be different for everyone, but with the Seven of Pentacles here and the Six of Pentacles, I feel like we're avoiding ending something or avoiding closing something out because like we have the Seven of Pentacles, so waiting for things to turn around, waiting to continue building, waiting to continue growing something. Three of Pentacles, Magician again, waiting because we think that it's going to turn back around. So we're waiting to see how things turn out, waiting to see the fruits of our labor, being patient as we can be, while still avoiding things. Very strong energy of avoiding things. And so with the Six of Pentacles here, kind of just going to repeat myself for like the 50th time, we're waiting for, apparently I'm not going to repeat myself. We're waiting for things to be like equal give and take, especially if you have this lack of commitment where maybe someone at one point promised you a lot, and waiting for that to become equal, waiting for them to give you what you feel you deserve. For some of you, maybe you could be waiting for help from someone. With the Six of Pentacles, I feel like there needs to, like, someone else is involved. Maybe you're needing someone else's help or someone's needing your help. And yeah, could be waiting for someone to give you help, could be waiting to give someone help. Someone could be waiting to receive help from you. You could be waiting for money to come in because this does have to do with Pentacles. So you could be waiting for something on a material level. You could be waiting to hear about maybe a new job, some kind of a new offer. But with the Six of Pentacles upright, you do feel like it's going to come in. You feel like if you keep waiting, it's going to come in. If I just keep waiting, it'll come in. But then you have this Ten of Wands to end everything. And so it's like, even if it does come in, or when it comes in, for whatever your situation is, you do have this knowing that it's going to be a lot. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be very stressful. You're going to be very busy. Maybe you're going into something with a lot of baggage, like I already said about the other Ten of Wands here. Like maybe you're going to be starting something and still carrying your baggage from this past situation. For some of you guys, if you are carrying baggage from a past situation. 1 second. And so, like, whatever it is that you guys are waiting on, there's just this knowing that it's going to be a lot. You're going to be busy. You're going to have a lot to take care of. You might have to put some money into it because there is a lot of pentacles here. You're preparing yourself. You're prepared, whichever it may be, but you just know that it's going to be very stressful, or that you're just going to be really busy. So let's see what kind of fortune cookie message we can get for the next 2 weeks. You are the best at what you do. I think this comes up all the time. I don't even know why I show them. I think it comes up all the time, but what else? Oh, this is a new one. Okay, so use your charm and personality to your advantage. So that could have to do with this new beginning, or maybe if you're trying to charm a past person to come back. I don't know. Like, you did have this we do have this Eight of Cups in reverse here. And all of this, like, there's so many cards of trying to, like, rebuild something or trying to make it work somewhere. Or, like, if you're trying to go for a new job, of course, use your charm and personality to your advantage. But whatever we are starting, whatever kind of new phase we're going into, like, we have the Ten of Wands twice. So we're going to be busy. We're going to be very busy. We're going to be busy. Some of us need to drop some baggage. Yeah. So I think that that's all I'm going to do. I hope that this made sense. I guess I'll just leave it here, and I hope that you guys have a good next 2 weeks. And thank you to anyone who watches. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks again.